Most people who get into AI and automation just build cool stuff that nobody actually wants or is willing to pay for. So today, I gave myself a challenge. Could I build a basic demo for a product that a potential client asked me for back in April in just 1 hour? She wanted a full SaaS platform for her insurance brokerage of 85 agents. And I want her to see how it could look and feel to use it, even if it's just a super basic demo. Because here's the thing, clients don't buy bots, they buy outcomes. And when you show them even the simplest version of that outcome, it flips the switch from, oh, that's an interesting idea to, I need this now. If you're into making money with AI and automations, hit the like button and subscribe, and let's dive in. So I'm going to be walking you through how I used Claude Code to create that first draft demo, the snags, the fixes, and why giving a client something that they can actually picture themselves using is the key to closing more deals. Okay, so I'm starting with this prompt. You're a Claude Code expert specifically for creating SaaS platforms for insurance brokerages. Please ingest the attached transcript, client proposal, and outline of the SaaS platform provided by the client. I want you to ask any clarifying questions needed as the expert here in order to achieve the goal, creating a Claude Code prompt that will generate a fully functional platform demo that I can send to the client and thus win a massive contract. Start by creating a minimum viable demo, just enough functionality to showcase the concept to the client. This demo should include working features that can be clicked or tested live. Claude Code should use mock data to demonstrate functionality. And then for privacy, please change the client's name to Jane and the name of her desired platform to Broker OS. Okay, I'm going to send this off and see what we get back. So these are all the clarifying questions that it had. So I'm just letting it know to start with these 4 core features. The mock data should be for brokerage clients. She's building this platform for her brokerage employees to service their clients and perform their job duties. It asked if we want to include like an admin or team leader dashboard or just the agent dashboard. We only want the agent dashboard for now. Basically, I just want to show that this is, a fully functional demo, but it's not live. It's not connected to all the tools. So I kind of spell that out here. It doesn't need to be truly functional, just a demo. So rather than sending an actual SMS message, the platform can show a message sent modal to indicate that a message would have been sent were the platform live. We won't worry about compliance at this stage as it is a demo, so we can deal with that and how to build in that functionality later if she says yes to this amazing proposal that I'm going to send her. And I want it to be fully interactive where Jane can click through workflows. So I'm going to be deploying this to GitHub. So when the finished live demo is completed, Claude Code needs to take that into account. So basically, I'm going to be creating a local version that's going to run locally on my machine. And then when it's ready to go live, I can send her an actual link and then she can click through, and that's going to be a lot more impressive than me simply sending her a Loom video where I'm playing around with it. So let's send this off and see what Claude comes back with. Okay, so it's come back with a full prompt. So now I'm going to open up my terminal, and now I'm just going to navigate to my desktop. CD means change directory, and then to my projects folder. And then I'm going to run Claude. So I'm going to copy this prompt and paste it in here. And since it's so long, it's just going to say it's pasted text, and let's give it a go. So far I have built one other Claude Code project. So this is my second one, and this one's very hefty compared to the first one I built, which was for my 9-to-5. And really that was just kind of connecting our CRM to our accounting software and putting that all in a dashboard so that we can see, number one, what leads are being generated from what lead sources, how much revenue is generated from each lead source, and then number 3, how much we're paying for those leads and is it profitable for us? So like, what's the ROI, that kind of a thing. But this is way more substantial. And so I'm excited to hopefully provide a working demo to this client, which if I'm able to build something that will win her over, that's super dope to be doing this, for you guys all on YouTube. So it's asking if I want it to create the Broker OS demo HTML, which I do. Okay, and now it's telling me that I can open that file in any web browser and then give it a go. So let's try it out. So I open my projects folder and here's the HTML file, and it's a white screen. It's asking to edit the HTML file, so I'm going to say yes. All right, so it's telling me again to open the HTML file, and if I'm still seeing a blank page, to press F12, look for error messages. Let's give it a try. Okay, pretty cool. So on the left-hand side, we have kind of the different tools that the client was looking for. So let's give these all a test. So we have the calls made, emails sent, We're going to view this client. So that pops up. Perfect. Let's check the follow-up engine. So we have clients here, multi-client campaign. That's pretty cool. So we can generate a message. AI-powered personalized message has been created, ready to send. And I'm going to tell Claude, for the AI follow-up engine, I want the AI-generated message to be editable by the user before sending. A modal will pop up showing the message to be sent, and the user can either edit it or send it as is. Before I send that off to Claude, I'm going to kind of mess around with these other features. So I'm also going to tell it on the Money Moves AI. So I'm adding that the calls made, the emails sent, meetings scheduled, and tasks completed should all be clickable. And when you click on them, they should open up to show the calls, emails, meetings, and tasks. Okay, let's try out Call Genius. So we can generate a call script. Let's just go to David Thompson, and we'll say this is a follow-up call. The tone is friendly and conversational, and then we'll generate the AI script. Okay, so nothing's popping up. We actually want to generate a script. So I just added, we want to actually be able to generate a real AI script. This should also be editable by the user. Okay, I also added the schedule call button should pull up a calendar where the user can select a date and time. The share script button should have a pop-up where the user can enter an email. And let's give this a try. Okay, so I added Plan Builder AI should generate a real plan when the user enters information and clicks Generate AI-powered plan. Lastly, the colors are not professional and modern looking. Please update this so they look sleek and minimal. Like orange and purple, this looks very preschool. And so let's send this off and see what Claude Code comes back with. Okay, so it thought for a long time, and now it's asking to make more changes to the HTML file. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And really what I'm going for here is to help the potential client see what it would look like in practice. So I want it to look like something professional that she would actually use. So even though it's not, fully functional, it's just a demo, I don't want to send her something that has, Fisher Price orange and purple and stuff like that. I want it to look sleek, modern, and professional. Okay, so it said that it's enhanced Broker OS demo with all the requested improvements. So let's give it a spin. So I'm going to open up my projects folder and open the HTML file. Okay, so these look a little bit better. Okay, so the complete button works. We can view the client. Oh, we can't view the client. So I'm adding that to the list of things to fix. So on the Money Moves AI dashboard, the user should be able to click View Client and view basic client info. I'm not asking for it to be, perfect and have all of their information kind of spelled out, but we do want to have something pop up that's relevant, just because it's going to look a little bit unprofessional if, we haven't accounted for all of the buttons that she might click when she's running through this demo. All right, let's check out Magnet IQ. So we have message templates. Okay, that's cool. And then let's see if we can edit this. We can. Okay, awesome. So there's our basically different message templates. So young family protection. So like for parents, business owners, so on and so forth. So that looks good. Call Genius. Okay, that's awesome. And I like that it pops up with a little bit of information, the stage that they're in. That's awesome. That looks really good. So the objection handling, let's see if so it looks like that's just kind of blanket objections, but that's super helpful. And we could even point out like those objections, we can connect it to like OpenAI or Claude. And so you can, like, if an agent is on the phone with a client in real time or a prospective client, they could type in what the objection is or like select it from a list or whatever, but basically have it be more interactive and kind of add to like a knowledge base of objections so that the AI can learn and get smarter over time. Okay, so that's awesome. Perfect. So it just needs to look as if it is working. You know what I mean? The client, basically what I'm looking for here is that the client can just see themselves using this, right? So it doesn't need to actually send a message. It doesn't need to actually generate an email, whatever, but they just need to be able to say, oh, wow, I can see myself using this. I can see how this would benefit me. 45. And this is pretty cool that it comes up with this type of thing here. Okay, that's awesome. So again, the same kind of thing. It even has like a create presentation. So that's really neat. And then I do want to add on the plan builder. And then I just want to add, when the user clicks that create presentation button, that the pop-up says your presentation has been sent to you via email. So just a couple small tweaks, and then create a new plan. Okay, I think this is pretty neat. And I like the changes in the colors. Like it has this nice gradient at the top. And so it's going to look just more professional. It doesn't kind of have those preschool looking colors that it had before. But let's go ahead and send this to Claude Code and make one hopefully final change and then take a look. Okay, it's asking to make more edits to the HTML. I'm going to say yes. Okay, and let's give it a try because it looks like it's made all the requested updates. So we still have that functionality. View client, that looks great. Can still mark it as complete. Just clicking through here to kind of spot check these. Professional services. So that is perfect. Let's just enter test@example.com and share the script. Schedule a call still works. That looks good. Okay, generate the AI-powered plan. That is perfect. That also looks good. Those look fine. All right, I think this looks good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm telling Claude Code this looks good. I want to deploy this to GitHub and be able to provide the client with a clickable link to test the demo. So right now I have Claude Code set up to automatically be able to push updates to GitHub. So right now it's creating the folders and adding the file to my GitHub repository, which it's creating. And if you're interested in seeing either how to set up Claude Code, it's pretty easy, or how to set up Claude Code so that it will automatically push updates to your GitHub repository, then let me know in the comments. It's asking, do I want it to create a README file? Yes, I want it to proceed. So now it's just setting up my repository on Git. And now it's asking me to log in and enter my one-time code, right? So I entered that and I'm all set there. Okay, so I want it to proceed, and it looks like I'm approaching my usage limit, which resets in a few hours. So hopefully it will be able to complete this before it hits that. All right, so unfortunately I did have to upgrade to Max, but no big deal because I feel like I'm going to be using Claude Code a lot. So I'm going to let it know to finish deploying my project to GitHub. Oh, this is kind of annoying. We're having to redo this, but that's fine. So I need to enter my one-time code again. All right, for some reason it's having an issue with automatically creating the repo. I think probably because it got interrupted halfway through last time. So now it's giving me the steps I need to take. So let me move that out of the way. So I'm going to create a new repository. I'm going to give it this name. I'm going to make it public, and I'm not going to add anything. So change that to none, none, none. Okay, so I'm going to create that. Okay, so I did all these steps, and now I'm going to run the deployment. So yes, I want to run the deployment script. So it's asking me for my GitHub username and have I created the repository on GitHub yet? So I'm telling it my username and yes, I created the repo. Okay, now it's having me do SSH setup. So I'm going to take Claude Code off the screen, and I don't want my SSH key floating around there. But if I come to my settings and go to SSH and GPG keys, I'm going to add a new one and I'm going to paste it in here. Then click add. All right, so I added it and now it is doing its thing remotely. Okay, so now we're going to enable GitHub Pages. So go to my, okay, I need to move this out of the way, but I'm going to follow these steps. So I'm going to go to the repository settings and pages and then deploy from a branch. And then I'm going to choose main branch and root folder. And if I wanted to add a custom domain like brokeros.com or whatever, I could do that. But I just want to give it a couple minutes and then test it out to see that it works so that I could send this link to this prospective client and have her be able to access it, you know, from her computer, from her phone, whatever. Okay, cool. So I just checked, as you can see, the link up at the top is my GitHub repo. And so now it's a page, so I can actually share that link with the client. Perfect timing because I actually have to get on a call right now. But I feel like this is a pretty decent way of showing this client what's possible with her idea that she had. So I'm going to be following up with her to see if I can maybe win her over, because this would be a massive project and it'd be made way easier by Claude Code. So here's the big takeaway. The demo is not perfect and it wasn't meant to be, but by taking an hour to build something that my potential client could actually see herself and her team using, I turned an idea into something tangible. Because at the end of the day, clients don't buy an AI voice agent. They buy no missed calls or not having to staff a full call center all the time. And they don't buy automations. They buy saving 10 hours of their time every week. So even a rough demo can flip that switch from, oh, that's an interesting concept, to, oh, give me this right now. If you want to learn how to build AI and automation solutions that businesses can actually see themselves using and paying for, join our school community. The link is down below. And if you're a business owner who wants one of these custom solutions built for you, you can click the second link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.